I swear. Hello, people. Welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. Can't actually say. There we go. Welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. We are here for today's Formula One race. I don't want race results. Why are you giving me race results? I'm trying to get the standings for you, but apparently that wouldn't work. But yeah, welcome back to Formula One. We are here for the Austrian Grand Prix. I'm joined by how we doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm back after 1 week. After a week off.
Yes, you were in the Scotland. You were in the Scotland. But we've got plenty to talk about today. Obviously, Charles will be back with us next week, we hope. And she'll also be here, hopefully, for the British Grand Prix, where Lewis Hamilton will be humiliated, embarrassed, and put in his place on his home turf. And I think it will be the day that he knows he has to leave the sport for good, because he is a disgrace. But I'm allowed to say that because, well, he is a disgrace. But let's have a look at Austria. The track is a good track. I do like it. It's the shortest track of this of the season. Obviously, you've got the start-finish straight there, up to turn one, which is just a 90-degree turn, which is very difficult to get right before basically flat out all the way up to turn three. Turn two is not a corner. Well, I'm just going to shut that out there now. Turn two actually isn't much of a corner. That is still flat out. I don't know how they've given that a corner, but you know, turn two just for me isn't a corner. Before turn three, which is a very, very, very hard 90-degree, or probably a bit worse than a 90-degree angle, if I'm being completely honest with you. Then you're going down to turn four, and then turn 5, 6, and 7 and 8. Very difficult, but it is still very quick. The cars do go around the end of sector 2 very quickly as they obviously get into sector 3. Then obviously to turn 9, which turn 9 and turn 10 virtually almost flat out. You can really you lift off for a little bit before you chuck it around turn 9, and then you do very much the same. You chuck it around turn 10. That gets you the most pace, I do believe. You don't want to be too cautious on the braking. But obviously, what I think there's 2 DRS. Yeah, there's 3 DRS. There's obviously one down the start-finish straight. Then you got one out of turn 1 up to turn 3. And then obviously your final DRS is from turn 3 down to turn 4. But Chris, what do you make of Austrian and Spielberg?
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the track. I think turn 9, 10, turn 10 can be a bit of a struggle. Yeah, on certain track limits. Yeah, because we saw it. I don't know if you saw it, but I certainly saw it in practice.
Track limits are a bitch round here.
It happened. It happens all the time on this track. I'm sure it happened previously as well in previous years. So turn 9, turn 10 are the ones to watch out for, especially in qualifying, which has a track limit.
Yeah, obviously you will see cars going very, very wide into turn 9, and track limits, they will just get their lap times deleted. That is essentially the main bit. They'll just get their lap deleted. There's no messing around with the FIA on this. They just nah. You're finished. That lap time done. Kenny saying my brother tested positive and now I have to isolate. Is that positive for COVID or chlamydia?
Yeah, probably COVID.
Let's hope it's COVID, eh? Let's hope it's COVID, as the helicopter's having a little fly around. Now it's going to land. Probably just have a little break for a little bit before it jumps back in the air to obviously get us the best pictures. Possibly. Kenny says COVID. Yeah, I was joking, Kenny. I was joking. Keep your knickers. Keep your knickers on. But let's look at the Drivers' Championship. Verstappen is in the lead. The greatest driver of all time is in the lead. The worst driver of all time is in second position, way behind Max, and I don't see him catching him at all. Then we've got a little Mexican hunting down Lewis. I don't know if the Mexican will be able to do it, but he'll certainly give it a good go. But what I do like to see is Lando Norris up in fourth, only just behind Perez. I mean, could Norris finish that? That would be insane. And then Bottas is having one of his worst seasons of all time, down in fifth, but could be overtaken by Charles Leclerc. That is a battle to watch out for. I mean, those three for me, watch out for them three where they finish at the end of the season. I mean, if Lando can snatch third, that would be incredible for the Brit. And then obviously behind that, you've got Carlos Sainz and Gasly and Ricciardo. Do expect Ricciardo to try and push a bit further up. I don't know if he'll do it, but I certainly expect him to give it a good try. Before obviously Vettel, I again expect the same from Vettel. Doing quite well in the Aston Martin. Alonso, Ocon, Stroll, Tsunoda, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi obviously rounding up there, with obviously Russell, Schumacher, Mazepin and Latifi with no points. So yeah, I mean, we can't make a prediction yet. Obviously we know Max is going to win the title. So Lewis might as well go home, to be honest. That's the way I see it. But yeah, I mean, plenty of action. There's going to be a few battles now as the season becomes a lot more. I think it's certainly a good one. I do enjoy it. Let's go to some comments. Mercedes having a disaster. Yep, mainly Bottas, to be fair, spinning in the pits this time. I mean, yeah, when you think you've seen it all from Valtteri Bottas, he does find something else to do, which is, I'm just going to casually spin in the pits. I mean, Chris, I've watched Formula One for quite some time, and I don't think I've ever seen someone spin in the pits in practice. What have you made of that?
It's happened previous times, but for a very long time. This was 2011, last time in the Marussia car. I think it was done.
Well, okay, when I said recently, I didn't mean just whack out something from 10 years ago with a car that was utter shit. Because that Marussia was utter crap.
Yeah, but it just sums Bottas, Mercedes trio up, to be brutally honest.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's not great for Valtteri, and I don't know how he fixes his career, but he certainly needs to give it a bloody good.
He's done. He's done at the end of the season. Surely.
Well, he has to. He's not good enough. He's just not very good. He's not very good. Why am I getting so many notifications? If you have messaged me over the last hour or 2 or 3 or 4, I haven't replied. I would probably seen it, but replying has been something that is very is very you know, something like that. Kenny, I will deal with you another time, mate. I'll deal with you another time. Yeah, buddy. Although I do need to reply to him because right. If Leclerc had a Mercedes or Max had a Mercedes, they'd both piss F1, especially Max. Yeah. Max would literally ruin the entire sport by winning every time. Well, we've seen it with Lewis, haven't we? So I just want closer racing. I think that's what everyone wants. Apparently, Lewis has said he wants Bottas as his teammate next season. Well, of course he does. That man will literally do anything he's told. So if Lewis says jump, Valtteri saying how high. That's for me. Lewis, I have seen your message on Instagram. I just want to let you know I will be talking about that in Transfer Talk at 3. So it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just I didn't actually have much time to reply. Kenny, stop typing. It's ready for round 2. Lovely. Who do you think will get pole? I think at the Red Bull Ring, it's going to be a Red Bull. I think it's going to be the Flying Dutchman. I think Max Verstappen is going to get pole position. I think obviously you'd expect Lewis to probably be second if he doesn't get pole. Yeah. I think third is a really interesting one. I really think that's interesting. I'm not sure. I haven't really been able to watch a lot of the practice, so I would maybe a Charles Leclerc. He normally turns it on in quali. Maybe even Bottas. I mean, I know it's a long shot, but maybe Bottas might get his life into gear and
Bottas needs to try and qualify high as he can because that way.
Or Sergio Perez. Sergio Perez might be in for a good shout. What grid penalty is it that
Bottas, he's got a 3 PS grid penalty for the spin.
Is that for spinning his ass around in the pits? What a twat. But yeah, Chris, who do you think's gonna be the top 3? I mean, I think third is a lot closer. It could be Valtteri, it could be Charles Leclerc, it could be Perez, it could be Bottas, maybe even Lando. Lando seems to have good front, good sort of speed. It could be any of them, really. I mean, the top 2 you'd think are glued in,
obvious. I could easily say Schumacher and Mazepin as the top 2. But nah, joking.
That would be interesting. What have they just done to their cars? Put a fucking, chuck a fucking extra 5 engines in the back of this one, boys. Sorted.
But yeah, top 2's obvious. Verstappen, I will go for pole.
Yeah.
Hamilton second and third. Aldo, it is close, actually.
It is, isn't it? It's a tough one. It is a tough one.
Aldo, Lando Norris, why not?
Going for the Brit. Kenny says, Valve, shut up. I'm isolating anyway, follow COVID rules. Messi and Ronaldo to United, here we go. I haven't seen that today. I've just been prepping Transfer Talk and I definitely haven't seen that. No problem, mate. Just thought I'd send it to you in case you haven't seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. Not happy about it, but I've seen it. We have the next Messi and Ronaldo, Dylan's, Rashford and Sancho. And we have the next R9 in Greenwood. What a fun 3. Max Lewis, Sergio Perez is what the 1892 Reds podcast is saying. My third place, in my opinion, is Perez. I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Look, I think that's not a mad shout. I mean, for what me and Chris have said is third place could go to one of probably 4 or 5 people. I mean, it's so close. I mean, you'd even possibly say a Carlos Sainz might be in for a shout as well. So there's the first 2 are glued in, but third could go to anyone, and third is a really good advantage, obviously, going on to the grippier side of the grid for the race. And I wouldn't be.
You could even a massive outside shout per Dadsy because
Gasly, he's
because AlphaTauri recently have been doing quite well.
Yeah, yeah. You saw that in the driver's standing. Gasly right up there. He's in there. Who thinks that Mercedes did that spin on purpose? FIA have confirmed Hungary all pit stops will be 0.2 seconds slower. Now, with safety concerns, does not favour Red Bull at all. See, I think it doesn't really matter because obviously, what in terms of you can't. What is that in terms of doing the pit stop or just driving in the pit lane?
Probably pit stop.
That's a bit, yeah. Well, I look, you know me, Chris. I don't tend to like Mercedes too much, but look, I don't think they should try and disadvantage Red Bull. I think Red Bull have worked very hard, and actually, it's Mercedes, so maybe Mercedes should just go 0.2 seconds slower because they're the only team that apparently cannot sort their car out.
I don't think it will affect Red Bull though. I just think they are superb at pit stops.
They're just if you're a driver and you want a good pit strategy and you want something to work and you maybe going a bit unorthodox, Red Bull is definitely the team for me to do that work. They are. I don't know. I think we've spoken about it before. There's a female pit strategy lady who works at Red Bull, and she is phenomenal. Talking about there's not enough women in the sport, which I do agree with. There really isn't. But some of the women we've got in Formula One, they are elite. They are incredible women, incredible people. I think back to obviously Claire Williams as well. And whilst, yes, it didn't quite go to plan with Williams, you couldn't question her drive, her commitment, her energy, her passion for the sport. I just don't think they had the money. And unfortunately for Formula One, it is such an elitist sport in terms of you need a shit ton of money that a private company like Williams was always going to struggle as more money got pumped into Formula One. But I think with Claire, she'll be very happy to know that they've put in those financial sort of caps coming in this season and next season, I think. So I think she left Williams knowing that the future of her team is in a good position.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. I think, Claire Williams didn't start off well, but I think she left Williams in a good way. Right?
Yeah,
they were on the up.
Yeah. They still are. They still are. I mean, that Williams ain't looking too shabby. And look, they've got an incredible driver in Georgie Russell, who really, really does get the best out of that car. And I think that'll be it's a real benefit to Williams. And George seems to enjoy it there. I mean, obviously, yes, George would want to be higher up in the grid, but shit happens, doesn't it? Shit happens. I reckon Leclerc for third again. I wouldn't be shocked if he does. I think that is very close. Dark horse for qualifying. Watch out for Pierre Gasly. Again, as I'll say this with about 5 or 6 of them. I really wouldn't be surprised if he got third. Would not shock me in the slightest. What would shock me is if like a Vettel got into the top 3. I think Leclerc will get 5th. I mean, I think he'd be disappointed with that. But again, it's so tight getting into that top 3 that between 3rd and 6th, 7th is incredibly tight. I don't think it matters, but whenever Mercedes are getting beat, they always need something to complain about. They do. I just don't think this season they're going to actually win it. I mean, I think we're about to see Mercedes knocked off their perch, which, as someone who enjoys racing, I would love to see it.
I do think this double header at Austria decides constructors for me. Potentially even, I'm not going to say drivers yet, but I think definitely constructors because the way Bottas handling himself on.
The way Bottas is handling himself as a professional racer is horrific. The best way to describe Bottas is just think of like, I don't know, like a Dan James of football. He's just, the way he's conducting himself as a professional is absolutely horrific. Actually, Dan James is a bit harsh. At least he's somewhat professional. You know what I mean? Maybe a Dele Alli. He's the Dele Alli of Formula One. Dele Alli, an absolute disgrace of a footballer, and Bottas is an utter disgrace of a Formula One driver at the moment. But yeah, it's something that you can't do a tyre in less than, where if someone does it in 0.2 seconds, then fuck me, what have they done? You know, I mean, a pit stop normally takes 2 seconds. When the fuck did they shave 1.8 off it? Like, crikey. But no, I don't think it will impact Red Bull. Although I don't understand the safety concern. It was Bottas that... I mean, surely it's just Bottas tax, isn't it? It's a spin in the pit lane. Well, ain't safety. It's just Bottas tax. Like, that's where I see it. We are on track, obviously. Giovinazzi over 105.5 at the moment. Russell will challenge Q3 today. That'll be a bigger shock. Oh, well, Georgie always... Well, maybe, actually. Maybe. Maybe that would be a shock. That if Georgie got into the top 10, flaming hell, that would be one heck of a shock. I would be shocked with that. I highly doubt it, but a 12th, 13th for him would be good. Yeah, I think anything above 15th, and George will be happy. I mean, I think he's got into Q2 every single qualifying so far, I think.
Yeah.
I agree. Bottas is Lewis's T-boy. Yeah, that's... Yeah,
I agree. Our better narrative will be Lewis Hamilton's acting like a very old woman, and Bottas say that it's been this year saying, "What do you want for tea? You want fish and chips?"
Bottas, if Bottas is a carer, he's arguably one of the worst carers there is. I don't understand it, to be honest. So I don't know. That's fair. Russell is never too far off Q3, let's be honest. Well, he normally gets 15, so he is a little bit far. But no, he's within a shout. Verstappen with a 104.4 into Q1 so far.
We're instant.
It's what I love to see, Chris. It's what I love to see. Ferrari will struggle this weekend, I think, for race pace. They always do that, don't they? They're really... They're all right in quality, but my God, when it gets to a race, Jesus Christ, it's like someone shoved a horse in the back of their car. And I don't mean extra horses, I mean an actual horse.
It was only Monaco. They only did well at Monaco in the West, wasn't it?
Well, if you qualify well in Monaco, guess what? You probably are going to do well because you can't overtake in Monaco. Which, you know, is just, but I do love Monaco. It's such a difficult track, and it's a good one. Max, Super Max. Absolutely. We are very much on Max. As you can see by the thumbnail, I think we know who the fight for a driver's title is this year. It is definitely Super Max Verstappen versus the old granddad of Lewis Hamilton.
I think it's important. I think it's important for Max Verstappen to be ahead going into that. I don't think we've got some Prix, have we?
We might have a little summer break. They might.
But even if we don't, he's halfway through the season.
Bottas is 48 tenths of a second off Verstappen with that lap. 0.048 behind, which is amazing. Norris is third though. But yeah, carry on. I sort of jumped in there.
Yeah, halfway through the season, I think Verstappen, if he's ahead of Lewis Hamilton and drivers' title, then I do think Verstappen will win it, because the drivers' chance of winners always seem to win it when they're halfway through the season. Top.
For me as well, I think the fact that Red Bull, as the season gets on, they get better and better. We've seen that in many years now. He'd
already had the circus at home as well. Most of them suit Red Bull.
Yeah, I mean, you always see, and this was even going back to the Vettel days. Red Bull improved towards the end of the season. They normally, if they started the season off well, then they win a really good chance of winning the title.
Yeah.
But even if they started it off poorly, you always saw them coming back in the second half of the season. If that's going to be the same this year, then fuck me, a Mercedes fucked, because that is not going to bode well for Mercedes. Norris is splitting the Mercedes already. He absolutely is. I think Norwich, okay, and look, you don't base it purely off Q1, but just judging by that, I might predict Norwich to get third, you know. Really in sync with the car, I think. Who's worse, Mazepin or Ronaldo? Oh,
Well,
bloody hell.
Mazepin.
Yeah, well, at least Ronaldo
Won a
race. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's insane. I completely forgot about Ronaldo. Ronaldo? Yeah, but he had such a strange. It would have flown off the tongue years ago, but now it's like
Maldonado. That's how I pronounce it.
Pastor Maldonado. Oh, what a driver! That's going down memory lane, isn't it? Catino saying Mazepin. I think most people would agree with that. Mazepin he's just a little shit. If I was a Formula One driver, I'd definitely have slapped him by now. I'd be like, "Oi, what are you doing?"
He's an absolute cockroach. But to be fair, cockroach, that's an insult to a cockroach, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh on the cockroaches, to be fair, of the world. Alonso moves up to 8th with 105.1 as we see some more lap times being done and no improvements. Maybe they were just warm-up laps. God knows what they were doing. Hamilton down in 4th at the moment. 0.1 seconds slower, almost 0.2 seconds slower than Max, which, you know, in a Formula One car is quite a lot of time. Latifi in 9th, what's going on? What the hell is going? Okay. What? Chris, why is Latifi up in 9th?
Yeah, wow. Don't have a clue, last year.
He's only more. That is George is. Wow. George is going to have one heck of a good. He's going to have to really pull this out of the bag now. Could we see George Russell be out-qualified by his teammate for the first time in his career? Because obviously with Williams, I know obviously with Mercedes and all of that.
Even your TV just done into the pits now, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm done."
Wow, that is one heck of a lap.
We were saying before about Williams being on the off. Care Williams, wow. On the lights.
Yeah, I mean, this could genuinely be the first time George Russell is out-qualified by a teammate in a Williams. Obviously, as I said, was out-qualified by Valtteri in the what did they call that? Sakir Grand Prix, wasn't it? Sakir.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was out-qualified in the Sakir Grand Prix, but at Williams, he's never been out-qualified by a teammate. Could this be the first time that happens to George Russell? I mean, wow, that'd be insane. Are you shocked, though, he's in 9th somehow? Yes, I am very shocked by that, Chris. Don't tend to expect Latifi in the top 10, let alone in the top 15. Latifi is on his way back out now. Can Valve be stripped of his mod? No, I think you two need to sort out your relationship issues, to be brutally honest with you, Kenny. So if you and Valve Schwan, I don't know how you fix your relationship issues. Some couples will go to the bedroom and deal with it that way. Some couples will go out for a lovely walk, and some will need counselling. I think what you need to do is find the best thing that fits you both, and
just don't do.
Just work on that, really.
Just don't do a Matt Hancock.
Yeah, try not to cheat on Velvet Schwan as well. We wouldn't want that. Latifi going back out. Yeah, I think they're all out. They all are. Latifi even 20th, I'm sure. Nah, he's got to be above 19th. He's got to be 18th or above. You cannot be out qualified by Haas. That's embarrassing. I'm not in a relationship with Valve. Well, I feel like you two need to just talk this through and sort out these issues. Perez not doing so good so far. Yep, down in 11th at the moment. Insane. I would expect Expect that. Kenny, you really are the biggest numpty in the world. Of course, I'm going to take a picture of that. Thank you. Hans face, back to my place if it was Hancock. Oh, he's a disgusting man. He is disgusting. I just lost 2 attempts, Verstappen being in the way. Oh, Valtteri, you can't moan about Verstappen. That's that. Dom though, well, looks like Kenny looks like Dom is tickling Kenny's fancy. Joe, don't screenshot that. It's okay, just did. I'll make sure that I remove the joke. Don't screenshot that. I beg. That's it, Kenny. We are breaking up. Oh dear. Looks like the divorce settlement might be a big one. You can't be out-qualified by Mazepin. I totally agree. You definitely cannot be out-qualified by Mazepin. That is a disgrace. I want custody of our child. Nice. I think Matt wanted a lot of hands on his cock. Well, that's just inappropriate. But to be fair, the Tories are hardly the most appropriate government. We don't try and turn these political, but when you got Boris Johnson as your boss, I'm sure there's a lot of things you probably think you can do that you probably shouldn't be allowed to do. For example, in the middle of a pandemic, start dating or doing God knows what with your secretary. Russell is going to go out. I wouldn't bank on that just yet. I wouldn't say that just yet. George will he normally finds a way, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
We'll just have to wait, obviously. Last lap, isn't it?
That's why he's told Super Saturday, Russell.
Yeah, he always gets something out of it. But could it be a little too late? We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, it could be a very bad Saturday for Russell.
Yeah, Super Saturday might just turn into a nightmare Saturday for George. Although race pace for the Williams seems to go down a bit. I don't know if you've noticed that in the races they tend to struggle. He can try and clutch the last lap. He normally does. That's the thing. He normally does. Ocon up into 11th with that lap. Here comes Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi goes up to 9th. Ooh. What a lap from Giovinazzi. Kimi goes up to 17th. Kimi is out. Schumacher is out.
No, Russell's in 7th.
Gasly up to 5th. I haven't seen Russell's yet. Sainz up to 6th. Here comes Alonso. What can Alonso do? Alonso 8th. Russell up to 9th. There we go. 10th. Here comes Charles Leclerc. Can he better 8th? He goes up to 5th. Tsunoda. 4th for Tsunoda. Jesus Christ. Where did he get? Perez goes up to 5th. Hamilton is in 6th position at the moment. Ricciardo up to 14th. Latifi, driver at risk. Vettel knocks out Latifi. Vettel up to 13th. I don't think Latifi is going to do another lap. Is Latifi out? I don't know. I actually don't know.
He's in the pits. Latifi.
Ocon is... Oh, Latifi is out then. Latifi so close to staying in, but nope. Latifi is out. Ocon also out. Mad. Ocon down in 17th.
Out. He's out.
Ocon. That is the shock. Never mind, he's safe. Shock seeing Ocon out. Yeah, I also think the shock is maybe Lewis down in 6th. Bottas 2nd, Lewis 6th. Jesus, if that happens, Max will be absolutely delighted.
Pretty hell, Ricardo got away with it.
Latifi is out. Yes, he is. And yeah, you're dead right. Ricardo was extremely lucky to just get through there. I mean, doesn't bode well for Q2 for Daniel, especially when you see Lando up in 3rd. I think that's where he finished.
I've been written this to me Whiting's team radio if he does one.
Yeah. They're just showing the spin from Schumacher. I think this qualifying we might get a shock top 3. Well, I think you'll definitely get Max up there, but who's going to join him? Because Lewis looks very, very far back. Bottas looks like he's flying a bit. Maybe a spin helped him. You never know. Tsunoda fourth. That. I think that's a bigger shocker, isn't it? That Yuki Tsunoda gets up to fourth. Which
if Tsunoda was like ninth or eighth, then I wouldn't put it as a shock because AlphaTauri's recent. Yeah, but fourth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. At 4 p.m., I'll be on RJB TV. Me and Reese doing our Euros predictions. Every predictor I've done, England have won it. So will I get to do the same again? I assume I'm going to have to fight Reese a little bit, but you know.
Yeah, you'll have to.
We're me and him. We'll have a good fight about it. We'll have a good fight. Velv, we had no child. You try telling that to the birth certificate. We was all singing Latifi's praise, saying he's going through aged well. No, look, I didn't say he was going through. I said he absolutely has the potential, but I don't think I uttered the words he's going through.
Don't read that comment out. Don't read that comment out.
What?
Don't read that comment out.
What, this one?
Oh, for God's sake.
I mean, you got to pick one, mate. You got to pick one.
Well, no, because I support both. I'll just be.
Well, hold on. Is it in the Carabao Cup? No, it ain't in the Carabao Cup. Oh, hold on. Is it the Liverpool under-21s?
No. He's just saying if both teams did meet in the cup.
Oh, right.
Well, to be fair, they did meet in 2015 at Anfield, and I was.
You know, I would say Carlisle, because the reason I would say Carlisle is imagine how amazing it would feel for all of them Carlisle fans.
Oh God, I'll just be sat.
And I mean, Liverpool have already won a title in the Champions League, so I'm sure they can go for another year of complete crap.
Because someone said, who would you rather have success for, Carlisle and Liverpool? Well, Carlisle, obviously. I've seen everything that Liverpool have won.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Carlisle. I've seen Carlisle win the EFL trophy, and but I haven't seen them get promotion, which was in 2005, which is I was a little kid. I mean, come on, I don't remember when you're a little kid, so probably Carlisle.
I'd go for Carlisle. If I supported two teams, I'd be going Plymouth all day. Obviously, being an Argyle fan, but the underdog. I always go for the underdog.
But I do obviously I support both teams. They are equal, but with Carlisle, I think they are the lower lead, and it would just be nice for the fans.
Support the local, isn't it? Support the local. Breaking news: Velvishwan has been seen with Wolf's wife entering a motel. Lovely. Just suggestion: support Niall Chris. I follow Orient as well as Liverpool. Sounds mad. I would love to see Orient win underdog stories. Yep, same. I love a good underdog story. As long as it's not a Conference South side knocking out Argyle, because that I saw once, and I did not enjoy that. In fact, I don't even think they were Conference South. It was Dorchester.
You should do a Watchalong. You should do a Watchalong if it's Plymouth against Exeter.
Oh, mate. If Argyle progress into a cup and it's on live television, you can bet your money there'll be a watch-along on this channel. Bet money. Because especially if we get like an Arsenal. Imagine if we knock out Arsenal. I will be unbearable to a lot of their fans. I already am unbearable to a lot of their fans. The fact that if we were to knock them out, I would be unbearable for some time. We're talking years. I mean, we are talking years before I would allow that humiliation to happen.
To be fair, that EFL trophy tour, I actually wanted to do a film on the 21s in Carlisle's group.
Yeah,
I just thought
We got good old Arsenal. I'm so excited. They nearly got relegated from their group last year. Go on, Argyle. Go on, do it.
But to be fair, we did their Everton under 21, so we had an hard and beat them. No problem.
Yeah, that's a tasty one, isn't it? Especially for you. Fuck Exeter. Couldn't agree more. What is this shit now? NASCAR? No, not quite. This is Formula One. NASCAR is when you drive around in a circle, I think. Hate that place. Plymouth has a decent ground team, etc. Exeter just 10-pot club. You don't need to tell me. You don't need to tell me twice. They are shit. Or you have their under 21s in the Papa John's trophy. Yeah, we do. Hopefully we can beat them, because I might just have a few words to say to the likes of Guna Express and Igal and a few of them. I don't care if it's under 21s. It could be the under 9s for all I care. If we beat them, I'll take bragging rights. Knowing my luck, this is when we lose, and I'll be like, yeah, fuck you. Oh, we to be fair, we let Stephen Schumacher manage our Papa John trophies. Ryan Lowe, who is the manager,
it's the same.
He doesn't actually manage them. He's like, go on, Stephen, have a little go at it, which I don't mind.
It's the same with Carlisle, to be fair. Yeah, Chris beats, obviously, yes, his assistant, Dav still and do it.
Yeah. You see a lot of, especially the lower teams doing that. No surprise, everyone's going to start on mediums tomorrow. Yeah, not shocked. Although Russell's on the softs at the moment. Joe Mama Cup. Nice. Plymouth would beat Arsenal 2-0. I reckon would beat Spurs 1-0. Would lose to Liverpool 1-0. Would lose to Arsenal United 3-0. I wouldn't bank on your team to beat us 3-0. Especially keep a clean sheet. With your defence, keep a clean sheet. You're optimistic, aren't you, Sunshine? What, with Lindelof? We have a lot of pace in our front three. Lindelof is going to need counselling after the speed of our strikers. Zachary said, I'm expecting a good game from Wales. Yes. Euros watch-alongs are back today. Wales, Denmark at 4:30 with me and Meese, although it might be 4:45 now. And then Italy versus Austria with myself and Andrew. So yeah, Perez on softs, which is a shock, to be honest. I understand Russell as Williams won't get top 10.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he gets top 10, he's going to be pitting early. But if he doesn't, he'll get a free choice of strategy anyway, won't he? So Man U with their PE teacher as well. When we get Varane, well, if you're having to play Varane against Plymouth Argyle, you've got more issues than I care to imagine, mate. Not even Liverpool did that. I mean, they did in the second leg. They had to in the second, well, the replay. They had to bring the likes of Coutinho, Firmino. They had to bring some of the big boys because we kept them to a 0-0 at Anfield, and they were very fucking lucky to even beat us, actually. So it
was. I think it was. From what I remember, Lucas Leiva with a winner.
Yeah, it was Lucas Leiva after about 19 minutes.
Lucas Leiva started pretty dull.
Yeah, I mean, you also had a penalty that McCormick saved as well. So
I actually can't remember that. I thought it was just 1-0.
No. You had a penalty. We had a couple of chances. Home Park was rocking. All of the above. Actually, City always struggle against League One sides. Well, I don't think United would do a bloody good job either. 2-1 loss. I'm predicting 2-0 Italy. That's a shout. Instead of 5-0. Niall, do you go to a lot of Plymouth games? I do when I get time. That's for sure. Can you fight me? And for the Wales-Denmark game, I'm predicting 2-1 Wales. Varane, you should put in goal against Plymouth. Well, apparently they're going to keep De Gea and Henderson, so I'm sure one of them would like a bit of game time in a cup game. I actually, when I say would like a bit of game time in the cups, they're probably not excited about playing in the FA Cup against Plymouth Argyle, but one of them's probably going to need a bit of game time, aren't they? United, as I said last night, one of the world's worst negotiators. Even Argyle would steal 5-10 million off you guys, because you lot, you put negotiating to shame. I tell you that.
They haven't got Ruffles, Michael Edwards either.
Nah, they just got Matt Judge and bloody Ed Woodward, which, you know, when you say Ed Woodward, it just makes you mad. Perez now up into second. Verstappen with a 104.5 to go top of the timing sheet so far. Bottas is now a bit slower. But again, Lewis is, my lord, is he struggling. Russell up into fourth. Obviously, a lot of people haven't done their laps yet. But up into fourth, we're 0.4 seconds behind. United spent over £1 billion since Fergie left and rely on Fernandes and their PET choose smiles after losing FA Cup quarterfinals and finals in the Europa League. Well, I've seen Klopp smile after losing big games. You know, I've seen Mourinho smile after losing a big game. So it's not that the smiling. I frankly couldn't give less of a shit if they smile after losing or not. I mean, do whatever makes you feel good, I suppose. But look, I think we'll get into more of that obviously as the season starts. But I think I think Ollie has to win something this year. He just does.
Yep. Yes.
Sander Berge is available for 10 mil. I'll take him as a Fabinho backup. Klopp smiles, but then you see a reaction after there. Yeah, I mean, all managers smile. It's just the way football is nowadays. I mean, of course, you'd never have got Fergie smiling. You'd have probably got a camera in your face. But
trust me, I won't be smiling if we're putting Rotterdam.
No, and I wouldn't be smiling either. But I suppose managers have changed since the Fergie era and Dalglish era, and
football,
all of that.
I mean, you see players as well. Spend 20 minutes after talking. The Dilmar Mountain Dew, that was a chore.
Yeah. Look, football's just changed. I'm very much probably an old school sort of guy. Look, the smiling bit, then it's one of them. Fuck me, Gasly up into first. We're 104.4. That's insane. But he is on the softs.
Yeah.
So a lot of drivers going out on softs. Lando, Perez, Sonoda, Stroll, Alonso, Gasly. I am shocked. I am shocked to see to see Perez on the softs. I mean, that I am shocked.
Good to see the Buffalo fans talking to each other in the comments.
Yeah, they're just having a little chat about Gravenberch or Bellingham. You want to try and negotiate with Dortmund, you brave soul. You brave soul. There's one club I probably wouldn't be too keen on negotiating with, and that probably is Dortmund, because you never get a good deal out of Dortmund.
Yeah.
You never.
Yeah.
You never do. Soft tires. So yeah, Zachary, you got softs, mediums, hards. Softs are obviously the quickest. Mediums, well, average. Hards obviously slower. But about race strategy, you probably want to be on the mediums for the first stint. Yep. Maybe chuck on the softs at the end. Very rarely would you want to go soft medium, but looks like a lot of teams have gone soft medium. But if you can try and get onto the mediums to start the race, that is tending to be the better race strategy for you guys. So I am shocked to see Perez on the softs, but maybe Red Bull splitting tyre strategy between the two guys. Maybe a different race strategy is in mind for both of them to try and off-put the Mercedes. But Hamilton again down in sixth.
Bottas towards third.
Yep, Bottas into third. But again, Hamilton down in sixth. I mean, if Hamilton starts in sixth, he is in for one heck of a day, that is for sure. Haaland buyout clause next season for 60 mil, only decent negotiation with Dortmund. Then, mate, even that is doubtful, because there's no. I think we broke this a few weeks ago. There's actually no proof of that clause being in there, and there's now reports coming out saying that there is no release clause. And that would make sense of how Dortmund are going, we'll keep him for an extra year. Makes me think there is no release clause. Because we've never actually seen it, unless unless someone here has seen the contract, we don't know if there genuinely is one. A lot of it all speculation, isn't it?
With the U-Hurt, apparently each release card has now expired according to Neil Jones.
Oh, bad news for Neuhaus. Well, for Liverpool mainly.
Well, you're right.
He looked really bloody good as well. The stats anyway. Bellingham is sticky one, but Graham Birch, if he is around 30 million, then I'd go 1,000,000% sign him. Yeah, I mean he's good. Bellingham, I'll probably leave him at Dortmund for a couple more years and see how he develops. I mean, you're gonna have to pay stupid money to get him out of Dortmund now anyway, so you might as well just wait a couple of.
For God's sake, just don't sign Basuma, please.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good move. I don't think. Adam saying, Kenny, you don't know anything about F1. The only racing sport I followed is motor supercross. Used to ride dirt bikes as a kid. I love Formula One. Absolutely love Formula One. It's one of my favourites.
Yep.
And now I'm seeing why Lewis is struggling. He's slower in the pit entry, sort of going into the corner. That's turn 4, so he's losing a lot of time in turn 4. Max is 0.12 seconds faster there. Neuhaus will go Bayern, every young German player's dream. Yeah. Neuhaus clause expired last month. Well, that's a bit poo. Basuma for Carlisle.
Nope. He wouldn't get in the best midfield in year 2 this season.
Basuma's not too bad. He's not too bad.
I'm
new to F1, but I like it. Yeah, well, luckily me and Chris are not new to Formula One, so we can guide you through the journey.
With the Basuma thing, come on. When you're at LFC, we don't need mediocre players at our club. It's like, do I have to keep saying my analogy once again? Yeah, Basuma is like done there with some pretend to be myself team, then end up with Gemma Torrance. I mean, it does not excite me at all.
Every time you say that, I can't help but laugh because that is just one heck of an analogy. They're faking to be Michelle Keegan, and you end up with Gemma Collins. Like Jesus Christ!
Another analogy will be when you get socks for Christmas or birthdays, and
or links box set. You guarantee to get at least one of them.
And you're going to say, well, that's disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah, I hear you. Wasn't there a popular Netflix show on Formula One? Yes, it's called Drive to Survive. Really good. Really good. I would recommend everyone who hasn't seen it to watch it. Yeah, Zach, it was called. No, it wasn't. It was called Drive to Survive. This Q2 is really close. It is really ridiculously close. And Sainz is currently the driver at risk, but Leclerc is in that bottom 5, which
he's on now, I think.
Yeah, me and you were almost predicting him to maybe get top 3. I mean, it's just Formula One for you, isn't it? It's
to be fair, I did say Super Lando Norris for 3rd. I was tempted to say Charles Leclerc, but I just felt Lando Norris did well in the double Austrian Grand Prix last year.
I didn't actually say it all. I didn't say 3rd. I just said a load of names because like, it's so close. Probably a good way of getting to the sport. Yeah, it is really good. Watching watch-alongs with myself and Chris as well. That's also good. Haven't seen the Man City thing either. I think it was HBO. Yeah, that's now on Amazon Prime, which Amazon Video. And that was what was that?
All or Nothing, was it?
All or Nothing, yeah. They've also done a Spurs one with Jose in charge, which is quite entertaining.
I think they only did that because
Sainz does not improve. Sainz is out of Q2. I don't think he'll be able to set another lap. Russell 10th. Oh my God gracious.
Oh, but Alonso.
Oh wait, he's 11th. He's 11th. Fernando up to 6th. Stroll does
Oh,
not.
dear.
Oh no, he does not improve. But he's now at risk because here comes Sebastian, who does not improve, stays in 13th. Lando gets pole. Well, not pole first.
Ricciardo.
First is Q2.
Oh,
Ricciardo out in
struggling.
Q2, down in 14th. Hamilton is on a fast lap, but Perez goes first. Perez goes first. It's not pole yet. Not pole yet. Pole is the next one.
Hamilton's abandoned the yacht.
Hamilton has abandoned his wife. Okay. Do you know what he used to date? Nicole Scherzinger. If I was Lewis, I'd never have got rid of that. Not a chance. I'd never have got rid of that relationship. No way.
Yeah, I think that's it now for Q2.
I mean,
I think
Scherzinger is also very funny. I don't know if you ever watched on X Factor. She was funny. Track limits for Carlos there. I think.
So yeah, that's it.
Carlos is done. Out in Q2. And Lance Stroll just is that going to be track limits into turn 11? Yes, it will. That will be track limits, I would say.
George Russell might have a chance.
Yeah, George might go in. I don't know if they're giving that as track limits. Russell P11.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it was beyond the curb, and we all know that if it's beyond the red and white, that's track limits. So will they delete that lap? Will George Russell go into Q3? Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. They haven't deleted it just yet. They haven't. Williams will most likely complain about that. You guys should try the Road to Winter Classic. You can get a full episode on YouTube for free. Awesome behind the scenes HBO doc on NHL teams. Yeah, I'll give that a look when I get more than 5 seconds in my life. Russell P11. Stroll was already in front, so he will stay in front. Did not realize that. So George Russell down in 11th, which you have to say that's a really good lap time from George. To get to P11, what will he be able to do in the race tomorrow? The big shock, obviously, with Lewis down in 6th at the moment. Can he improve? We shall wait and see. But we've got Q3 coming up next. Then after that, I'll be jumping straight off because straight after that, we have Transfer Talk. And then obviously at 4 p.m., I'll be on Reese's channel doing Euros Predictor. And then at 4:45, we have Wales versus Denmark. And then at 7:30, we have Italy versus Austria. And we're not doing a Transfer Talk at 10 p.m. because I'm already very busy and I won't actually have time to prep it. But we have got one at 3. Ricardo 14th, struggling with Norris challenging at the top. That is a bit of a shock. I used to be a professional. Yeah, no, you didn't. You were never one. But yeah. Chris, what do you make of Daniel Ricciardo down in 14th? A huge shock.
Yeah, it is a huge shock. I did expect him to be at Yates in Q3. I know he's been struggling in the practice sessions in this track. So, but yeah, I still think it's a bit of a shock. I expected him to be at Yates in Q3. I didn't really expect him to be any high in Q3, probably 10th, because I know he's been struggling. So, yeah, but it is a shock.
Yeah, I hear that.
I think it kind of sums up his...
shit, this is actually on ESPN2, Styrian Grand Prix. You are correct. It is.
Wow.
So yeah, you can watch that with us if you fancy. Chris, have you heard of Carlisle going after Newport striker Mike?
Nope. And I know that we don't need any more forwards, so good one.
Mino Raiola is Graven Birch's agent. Avoid him like the plague then. Avoid him like the plague.
The 1892 Red podcast is trying to cast me out there, and it's not happening.
Why?
Because I feel there's no one told Mike Hunt at Newport, and it's just, I think it's one of them names, isn't it? So yeah.
I just said Mike. I'm good like that. He tried to. Look, I've had many people. I think I got caught once on my first time, right? I wasn't very confident streaming back then, so I didn't really think. But now I do about 3 or 4 streams a day, guys. Like, let's be serious now. Let's be serious. It's certainly not happening. I don't get caught out so easily nowadays. Chris, would you rather have Basuma at Carlisle or go 2-3 rounds with Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson.
Fair enough. I nearly got caught on Mo. Yep. That wouldn't happen with me straight away. Because there's so many comments and we're obviously talking in between them. I actually get a chance to read the comment first, so I'm like, yep, nope.
Yeah, it's I do that on my channel, and I'm just ignore it.
What's the biggest race of the season? Is it like a point system for winner? Yeah, it's a point system. So you obviously, every race you get allocated points. You get 1 point for fastest lap, and then there's a points table. Basically whoever's finished top of the table at the end of the season wins the championship. That's the joy of lives. It is the joy. I enjoy it, but because we are 3 away from 350, so it'd be absolutely incredible if we can get them through.
I enjoy being savage all the time, don't I?
This is true. But yeah, we're 3 away from 350, which is incredible and insane. So it'd be amazing if we can hit that by the end of the day. That would be incredible. On the road to 400, and then it's on to 500. Don't forget, at 500, we've got a special show where it's going to be me and the panel, a bit of a Q&A, a bit of a laugh, probably a bit of a banter show. And then at 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing a shirt giveaway. So if you want to be a part of that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and there'll be lots of quizzes, lots of sort of challenges towards the 1,000 mark, where you'll be able to try and win a shirt of your choice. Basically, once we hit monetization. So there isn't like a prestigious race to win. No, there's no prestigious race. Monaco is the historic race, but there's no special race in terms of there's no box office race. It's just think of it as football, think of it as the Premier League, think of it as each race is you're playing a different team. Just think of it that way. It's the easiest way to get it. Okay, probably the similar with I don't know, maybe Indy have the Indy 500. I don't know. Yeah, just think of it as Premier League, and there's points table and all of that lovely stuff.
I got circus are famous for, Brazil, for example. That is always famous for title deciders over the years. Yeah,
it doesn't tend to go all the way to Abu Dhabi, and I don't think it will this season. I think this might get done and dusted before Abu Dhabi.
I think that. I don't. I think that's only happened twice. 2 title deciders. The one.
Yeah, two title deciders in Abu Dhabi. One wasn't it?
2015. When shocked, someone asked a chance Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes.
Yeah.
And
then retired straight after.
Shit out. 20, I think it was 2010 or 2011 where it was Alonso, Vettel and Webber. I think
2011 I think, because that was the closest. It might have been 2012, one of them. How many races? 23 races. It gets increased every other year or something like that. It's bloody mad. But yeah, Hamilton is on the softs. So you would expect everyone to be on the softs now because you don't have to use these tyres again. Get an extra allocation of softs if you get to Q3.
I'm not shocked with AlphaTauri and being 2-3, both of them.
Both of them, but one Renault, well, Alpine, one Ferrari, one Aston Martin, and one McLaren. Obviously, both Red Bulls, both AlphaTauris, and both Mercedes. 1.42 from Lewis Hamilton at the moment. That is a fast lap, but no time set by Perez, Norris, Verstappen, Bottas. But they're all coming out now. They're all coming out. Out comes all of them now. You've got Lando coming out. You've got Max coming out. Tsunoda coming out. Sergio coming out. All of them are coming out. Shut up, Kenny. Do you guys like Lewis Hamilton? Seems kind of douchey in the press conference for his politics. Yeah, I think he is a bit of a douchebag, to be brutally honest.
You know, I'm new to F1, were you? And if Hamilton won, then yeah, I'll be happy as a Britisman. But at the same time,
he's not British anymore. He's more American.
Yeah, but same time, I do want a close title race. Like 2012, that was amazing title race. Like,
wasn't it 2012 where the first 6 races it was 6 different winners?
Yeah, and then in the final race, Vettel spun and everyone was jumping on the bouncy castle, thinking he's lost it. Alonso's gonna win it. I think Vettel finished 8th or 7th to what won him the title.
Yeah, it was very tight. I think Max can get a 0.4 or I think he can. He's definitely enjoying it out there at the moment. Only one I've heard of. Well, don't forget Max was also getting 104s with the medium tyre. He wasn't even on the softs yet. So I do expect Max will fly now. They're all on fast laps. We're currently on board with Yuki Tsunoda as he comes into sector 3, down to turn 9 and 10. Into turn 10 he goes across. It's a bit of a spin there. Well, not spin, but a bit of a wobble there. Up to second with a 1.49. That won't be enough to get him anywhere near it. The 1892 Reg podcast saying Gazzy flying. Gazzy is flying. That is 100% correct. Gazzy is.
Which I'm not shocked about.
Up to second with a 104.4, which is insane.
He comes Max.
Here comes Supermax. Purple first sector, purple second sector. And across the line, and a 1.3.8. Absolutely insane from Max there. Here comes Leclerc, only fourth. We're 1.4.4.
Perez
third with a 1.4.3. Norris up to third with 1.4.2, which we love to see. Now, Velshwan, leave Liam alone. Thanks for the thumbnails, mate. Not a problem, Liam. Not a problem. Anytime, mate. Anytime. Although I did send him a thumbnail that was too big, so I had to shrink it.
Bottas. Yeah, he's
fourth 1.403. Hello, a 104.3. Can Norris snap second off Lewis? He's not far off. He's not far off. Not gonna lie, I'm sick on thumbnails. Well, I'm getting better, so back off, Elv. And I've now worked out how to edit people's faces on different things. So yeah, that'll help with thumbnails.
I can't believe they've not investigated on Storm.
Well, maybe not as good as Niall Valve. Love to see that, Liam. Love to see that. Much appreciated.
Maybe Jan Stroll might be investigated after qualifying. Who knows?
Maybe, but according to the 1892 Red podcast, what was I going to say? Yeah, he was ahead of George anyway, so wouldn't have mattered. Yeah. Regardless, do they keep the space and just go on time so no crashes? No, they're all told to go out there and act like adults, which sometimes doesn't work. Is that a challenge, Liam? Velshwan, try me. Do they keep the space and just go? No, I've done that one. No, they will just go out whenever. Stroll did the lap before, which was better anyway.
Oh,
Chris,
right, fair enough.
Is 4 p.m. all good for Monday, mate? Let me have a look. Yeah. I mean, if we could do 3:45, that would be amazing. But if 4 is the time that's good for you, then yeah, 4 I can make work. Actually, no, 4 is, yeah, do 4 because I've got transfer talk. Half an hour stream. Yeah, that's perfect. All good there. All good there. As we're on board with Lance Stroll. What can Lance do? He's down in 10th at the moment. Not a very good lap, to be brutally honest with you. 8th. So they pass each other and stuff. How do the starting positions work? That's what qualifying's for. So they go around the tracks and all of that. And yeah, give me a video and I'll make a thumbnail. Well, how about we both do a thumbnail for the England-Germany game, and we'll see whose is better.
So at the moment, my prediction's white at the moment.
It is Lando up in 3rd. But yeah, with qualifying, they think of qualifying for Indy 500. Best way I think of it. That's what we're doing right now. But we get 1 hour instead of God knows how many qualifying they do for the Indy 500. I think there's about 6 or 7 different qualifying sessions for that.
Imagine that in F1. Fucking hell.
Oh God, I'd rather not, thanks. I like it the way it is.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted. You're going to lose. Out comes Supermax. Well, I don't see anyone improving or beating that. I mean, a 1.3.8, insane. Oh, and it was
Sonoda.
Oh, yeah, Sonoda, idiot. With a few swear words chucked in there for good measures. You can assume that Valtteri wasn't too happy with that, which was why he was a bit slower. 0.47 to be precise.
But yeah, it doesn't matter where Bottas qualifies. Stop the free place quick penalty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gets that 3-place grid penalty for having a little spin in the pits as well.
Something I thought Mazepin will do.
When I'll start the 2021-22 seasons, I'll be doing previews and reviews. Could you make me thumbnails for them, mate? Would be brilliant. Yeah, I will get that. I'll add that to my list. Do you know, I'm going to do a lot of prep work in between the off seasons. So after the Euros start of the season, I'll be doing a lot of the prep work then, especially for the first few games. So yeah, leave that with me. I'll get that sorted for you. Question: could the thumbnail include Winston Churchill or Adolf Hitler? I don't think so. Definitely don't think so. Yeah, it'll probably include like Kai Havertz. Yeah, that will be. Yeah, he went a bit slow, didn't he? Went a bit slow. And here's all the backing up. Here it goes. But the drivers are tussling for position. And Lewis is about to go on his fast lap, and here they go. Daniel saying Verstappen for the win. 30 seconds to go. I mean, I don't expect to see anyone beat Verstappen's time. Not even Lewis. I mean, he can certainly give it a go, but he's not looked convincing in any of the qualifying sessions so far. And we shall wait and see. Qualify, obviously, transfer talk will be slightly delayed. Obviously, we'll watch the end of this. Then we'll just quickly jump off. And then, so yeah, transfer talk will be about 50 minutes today, and it will start at 3:10. As we just watched the clock has finished. So these are the last laps for everyone And Verstappen will be the last set the lap. And Sonoda only goes 8th. He's already crossed the line. But the first to cross the line will be Charles Leclerc. We're on board with Lewis and he's having a shocker.
Yeah.
Lewis, a yellow set to 1, yellow set to 2, will not improve.
May as well abandon it.
May as well, but he's gonna try. Leclerc doesn't improve. Lewis does not improve. Bottas goes second, knocks out Lewis out of second. Lando, a yellow sector 1, but a green sector 2. He really needs to put it all together for sector. Here he comes, and he goes fourth for Lando Norris. Perez 5th for Perez,
and that.
Well, we're just on board with Max, who doesn't improve.
Well, yes, Jan Squall shot us, but he's in the pit.
Yeah.
There we go.
Most annoying thing about my videos is I add my intro and outro to my videos, but because I do it on iMovie for the intros and outros, sometimes it doesn't have space to process because my family. Phones are connected and photos go to our phones, and then I have to delete them to make my vids work. Yeah, I can imagine that's probably a bit annoying. But
I have done my prediction right. Bottas will be starting in 5th.
Yeah, obviously Lando will be 3rd with the track limit. Well, not track limits, the spin. A lot of the Dutch fans there today, which we love to see. They're all very happy, and Red Bull will be starting 1st and 4th respectively, and Mercedes will start 2nd and 5th. So not great for them. It's quite an interesting one, a very intriguing qualifying watch along there. We'll be back, as I say, in about 8 minutes with transfer talk, or if I make my cup of tea quicker, we'll start earlier. But before you go, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. We've got a couple of extra subscribers after that, which is incredible. We're 3 away from 350, so it'd be amazing if we can all do that. Do they have teammates to take people out? Well, they have teammates. They're not meant to take other people out, but you never know in Formula 1. There's certainly some anger in there. But yeah, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, check out our socials, Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, Instagram, Let's Talk EPL_, and on TikTok at Let's Talk Premier League. Chris, where can they find you?
Find me on YouTube at Chris Wells. Find me on Twitter at Chris Wells96. I forgot there for a minute. And find me on here on these Watchalongs. Just whenever. I'm mostly variable, apart from that last week.
Yeah.
So yeah.
100%. And yeah, we'll be back with transfer talk in just a second. So until then, thanks for watching, guys, and peace out. Bye.